Hey fam, welcome to your September reading. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Before we get to the cards, I just want to lay some ground rules. I have changed the format, so if you've been following my channel, you've been watching the monthlies, I've totally revamped them. So the setup will be different. Before I would do a pull for love, a pull for your own spiritual growth, and a pull for kind of work and money. And then we get your main spirit message. I've kind of changed it where I kind of want to keep those three facets separate. So this one is really going to be an overview for the month, how you're developing, what's going on in a spiritual space for you. I'm going to do love and money things separately. So instead of doing them all here, I'm breaking them apart so we can go a little deeper instead of kind of giving you kind of surface answers for all three. We're going to have like a dedicated monthly for each. So don't worry, love will probably come next. So I'm going to do spirit and then love, and then we'll do money, or how I don't know how I'm going to do the money one yet. We'll see. We'll figure that out. I might do the two together. I might do them separate. But this one's literally focused just on, spiritual development, divine energies, all that good stuff. So we are still going to do a mix of oracle and tarot. Tarot for our big kind of spirit message, and then the oracles I'm going to use on kind of how you're showing up, what kind of divine angelic assistance is coming in, and then also what kind of earthly animal spirit guidance is coming through for you. I keep saying September, but I feel like this reading is really more like Virgo season, so some of it may have already started. Yeah, it's been an interesting Virgo season so far. I'm definitely feeling this earth energy, so I hope you are too. It's amazing. If you see me look down, I'm looking at a calendar of planetary transits. I just wanted to talk. There's a lot going on planetary-wise, astrological-wise, so I just wanted to throw some general things out that you all can benefit from, and then we'll get into the cards. I just wanted you to kind of know what the setup was. This month, or this season, Virgo season, lots going on. So first and foremost, we have a lot of power planets all in Virgo, some of them in conjunctions. We have the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, all in Virgo. Sun, Mercury, and Mars actually make a conjunction. I think this Monday. I want to say it's this Monday. The Sun and Mars come into conjunction. I want to say Mercury joins them on like the 3rd. I think Venus is already there, so she's ahead of the game. But having all these planets in very close proximity, they're very close to each other in the skies. They make a lot of similar aspects. I think they oppose Neptune at some point. They make a couple trines with other planets. I think at some point they might square Jupiter or somebody. I don't know. Lots of things go on. But essentially what that means, there's going to be a lot of kind of step-ups and not obstacles, but opportunities to kind of step up and do things, in a more evolved way. So expect yourself to kind of be evolving and leveling up throughout the month. Lots of opportunities just to kind of work through some things and finally make that next step. A big part of that, though, is being able to let go of how you've normally done things. This is going to be a new opportunity. This is going to push you in a new way. You kind of have to embrace that to reap the benefits. So there may be a lot of, fear in, having to let go of something that feels comfortable or feels normal for something that may look kind of uncertain. There may not be any guarantees with some of these opportunities coming in. You just kind of have to accept it and take it, and realize that this is what you've been looking for. Is it new? Is it scary? It totally could be. Does that mean we don't do it? No. Okay? One other thing I want to talk about is Saturn. So Saturn goes direct, I believe, I'm trying to remember, but I can look at it. 18th. All right. So Saturn goes direct on the 18th. Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn. It's at 13 degrees. So wherever 13 degrees of Capricorn sits in your chart, if you don't know, you can go online, get your natal chart done, and find all that info out. Wherever that point is, probably since I believe Saturn went retrograde at the end of April, if I remember correctly. Since that time, sometimes it's kind of nice when Saturn goes retrograde, because Saturn can be a real heavy, It's our taskmaster. It can be a hard planet to deal with sometimes. So when it goes retro, it's nice. You get a little breather. You get a little more wiggle room. Once it goes direct, yes, it's going to be putting its energy in that space again. But what's nice is that wherever that point is, wherever Capricorn is in your chart, now you're going to see some forward progression. We've had a couple months to kind of reassess things and realign things and kind of feel things out in a different way, maybe experiment a little bit, try something, try shift this, try change that. Once we get Saturn going direct again, now we can start moving forward with this new structure. So if you've kind of taken this opportunity to do that reassessment, or even if you just tried something different and just try, maybe we'll try do this for a little bit and see how it feels. Whether you liked it or not, that's still information you can use. I talked about this in the Virgo new moon video, so if you haven't seen that, you can watch the beginning of that. That'll go into this a little deeper, sorry. Haven't had my morning cup of tea yet. But with that being said, there will be forward movement wherever Capricorn is in your chart. So that's something to look forward to. But I bring it up because, again, Saturn is our taskmaster. It's a harder, more restrictive planet to play with. So now that he's waking up and getting it going again, it's going to be a little, I don't want to say demanding, because it's not necessarily demanding, but again, it's that's kind of our planet of adulting. So we have these level ups that I was talking about with our personal planets, then Saturn kind of waking up, getting out of bed and going direct, who's really going to ask you to, okay, put your big boy pants on, put your big girl skirt on, now this is time to work. We've got a job to do. So these level ups have really been about strengthening you and almost focusing and strengthening your resolve and dedication to something. And then Saturn gets up and is like, all right, let's do this. Because Venus is involved, and where all of these placements are, a lot of this could be about love and money. Love in terms of how you show up in your relationships, what you desire or require out of your relationships, and then money. What are you doing about not only your finances, but where you find value, how you're earning money, and what you're working, what field you're working in, and how it fills you and satisfies you, and obviously provides. So there may be some new realizations and some breakthroughs in those realms as well. So the upcoming monthlies should be real interesting for a lot of us. I just wanted to throw some of that out. That's just some general stuff. Apply it to your chart as you will. So wherever Virgo is, because that's where all those personal planets are, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, they're all in Virgo for a good chunk of the month. Saturn's going direct in Capricorn. Those are two placements you definitely want to be aware of. All right. With that said, let's get into the cards. All right. I'll see you in a sec. Hey Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your September video. All right. So like I talked about the intro, totally new format for me. So this reading is going to be all about guidance and support coming to you from Spirit for the month of September and through Virgo season. I normally do love and money. We're going to do that in a separate reading this month. We're going to try something different. But with that said, let's get started. All right. So my vision for this, with this first deck, we're going to look at how you are showing up this month with the Keepers of the Light. We're going to see how Spirit is supporting you and what guidance Spirit is sending your way. And then also what animal spirit is coming to help guide you. So it's like spiritual help, earthly help, and then the kind of energies that you're utilizing and will kind of be playing with this season. We're going to take that bad boy. That's happened in a couple readings where the top card just wants to slide off, so I've kind of been going with it. That seems pretty deep. Oh, and BT Dubs, I'm so sorry if you hear a lot of background noises. There's things going on at my building today, so if you hear a lot of noise, I'm so sorry. I hope you can hear me all right. But you guys have the Star Ancestor. How intense is that? Prompt reads, follow the voice of your soul. Sorry, there's some glare going on here. Boom, there we go. Aha. That is pretty intense. It almost makes me think of like past lives, Akashic Library. So you guys may be accessing some really deep wisdom from, like I was saying, like from your Akashic Library, from your past reincarnations, if you believe in past lives. This could even be, wisdom being sent to you from ancestors, loved ones, guides up above, your higher self, however you want to define that for yourself. I almost want to say, like, it doesn't feel like this is coming through to necessarily inspire others or inspire people around you. This feels like a very, very personal journey. What for, I'm not sure. And granted, that's probably because this is general. This is going to be for everyone, and it's going to be different for all of you. But it feels like you are going through some type of like spiritual evolution or spiritual upgrade, definitely some form of ascension. You know, so depending on how, you know, awoke you are, you know. But it does feel like Spirit is trying to kind of crack you open in a sense. Like, I almost wonder if for a while maybe you either haven't been hearing this guidance or hearing this voice, or hearing it and not listening to it could be a thing for some of you as well. Like, kind of knowing that I need to head in a certain direction, or knowing that maybe the path I'm on isn't 100% meant for me, and you've just kind of been ignoring it and be like, nah, it'll pass, I'll figure it out. You know, like, I feel like Spirit's voice is about to get real loud for you this month. And really, if you are moving in a direction that could use some improvement, Spirit's definitely going to push and redirect you. Otherwise, it's trying to help and guide you, you know, to move you and progress you forward. Spirit, what angels and guides are you sending to Taurus during Virgo season to help aid them in this transformation? Okay. Yes. Perfect energy. So you guys got Lady Isis. Again, sorry for the glare. Sorry to tilt her up a little bit. Aha, there we go. So Lady Isis, magic manifesting. Prompt reads, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. I love this. So you talked about transformation. Isis, not that she's necessarily about transformation, but you think of manifesting. It is a level of transformation. You're taking something that's ether, that's thought, that's ideas, and making it physical. Whether it's, you know, abundance, a relationship, a job, you know, it's taking the intangible and making it tangible. That's pretty magical. You know what I mean? And that's all about manifesting. And then here it even talked about dreams and visions. And here you're getting voices, the voice of your soul. So again, that's your intuition, that's your higher self, that inner part of you that really no one ever gets to see except yourself, right? Because no one else can hear your inner thoughts. I mean, unless you tell them. But even then, they're hearing your voice, not your soul's voice. So Isis is coming here to take whatever messages your higher self is sending to you, whatever those intuitive little pings that are coming through. Isis is there to support you, and again, take the ethereal and make it physical. We're turning what is just energy or idea and manifesting it into something in reality. And didn't it say that? Yes, and goals are becoming reality. Haha, I can read. This is beautiful, Taurus. Biggest thing for you, as I keep pulling this tablecloth, biggest thing for you is really going to be about, one, listening. And I think one of the harder things, especially for you, Taurus, not that this is a weakness of yours, but, you know, you guys are all about, you know, luxury and comfort, you know, good food. It's a beautiful thing. I feel for some of you, especially those of you who haven't listened to this voice before, you know, it may be pushing you out of your comfort zone a little bit. You know, and I think that's why you're getting someone as powerful as Isis popping through to really, like, push you beyond, you know, we need to move you into a new pasture. Like, I think that's really what's going on for a lot of you. You know, and it will force you out of your comfort zone, and it will push you into areas that, you know, maybe feel a little new and unknown, or you just don't feel super confident in. But that's okay. You know, you never grow unless, you know, you find a little discomfort. And I think what you find in this new pasture, although it may be hard at first, ultimately it's going to be absolutely amazing. Stop it. So literally look what you guys got. Starfish spirit. Open to infinite possibilities. I love. It's number 59, which would be what, a 5? 4, yeah, no? Yeah, because 14 would be a 5. Haha, I can do math too. I can read and add. Haha, that's amazing. But this is literally what I was talking about. This is what lies on the other side of discomfort. Be open to infinite possibilities. And I think part of that message may also be, kind of, not necessarily, yes, being optimistic, but, expect this. Don't be, in your passion, be like, oh, yeah, if I go over there, that grass isn't going to be as sweet. If I go over there, there's going to be bugs in it. Like, if I go over there, it's not going to get as much sun. Like, if you expect the outcome to be, less than satisfying. I mean, yes, of course you wouldn't want to go. Like, why would I leave something comfortable for something that I thought was going to be, just a waste of time? But what Starfish is coming through and saying is like, hey, it's not always going to be like that, because that may have happened to you, and that's why you kind of carry that around. So it's not always going to happen like that. And honestly, if you expect miracles, you're going to receive miracles, right? For those of you who, believe in law of attraction, the more you put power into the word, bad, disappointing, let down, all of that, you're going to generate more of that. So if you can expect better possibilities, be optimistic about this change, about this future, about this new path, honestly, the better and brighter it's going to be. Like, I keep looking at the center of the starfish, how it looks like a sun, right? Like, you can see like the body in the dark orange, and even around it, it's almost like there's rays, right? All wrapped up in a star, because it's a starfish, and the star is the card of hope and optimism and that guiding light. We already talked about, following this inner voice. So I think you guys are being pulled in a very new direction. For most of you, I think this is going to be very, very new. Not necessarily the idea. You may have wanted to follow this path or thought about following this path, or an opportunity that's kind of similar, if not the same one, has come up before, and you either, ignored it, pushed it to the side, maybe some of you like flat out turned it down. But now that same type of, path is kind of opening up again, because it's trying to like pull you to like leave that field. I need you to come over here, because everything you've been waiting for is on this side of the fence. All right. Okay, Taurus. Oh, could not wait, could it? All right. Let's see. Oh, we got more than one. All right. Okay, you saw me flip these two over, but I almost want to flip that one back. Okay, yeah, we're going to flip that one over. This one, when it flipped over, I was like, no, legit, I am not taking that reversed. But I think this Four of Cups is going to stay reversed. Alright, anyway, here I am looking and thinking about it and not telling you what's going on. Alright, so first card out, you have the Page of Swords. I actually love this. So this card is about reinvention, changing the status quo, redefining the rules. Oh God, there's so much light coming through my window right now. I hope that's not just like straight up white on your on your screens. But this card literally all about change, and it's very dynamic. She's not the fastest moving card, but she's still pretty quick. Like, if something needs to be adjusted or changed or reworked, she's going to do it, right away. And I think a lot of what this first row is talking about, I think it was when we were talking about the voice of the soul. I mentioned some of you, maybe were not listening to this voice in the past, or, with the starfish, we're talking about, not wanting to leave your comfort zone. Maybe you were burned in the past, or something didn't work out, just the way you planned. I think these four cards, this top row, is talking a lot about that past disappointment. And I say that because the bottom of the deck right now is the Three of Swords, which is all about heartbreak. And when I say heartbreak, it doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a disappointment with, a job that you were really passionate about, or something with a family member, or you felt betrayed by a friend. Like, it doesn't have to be romantic. Just throwing that out there. And then you have the Four of Cups, which, again, I am going to take in reverse. Some of you, maybe it's upright. I hope not. I actually like that this would be in reverse. because honestly what this is telling me collectively, and don't worry, we'll talk about these two coming up, but what this is talking about is you really moving forward from whatever this Three of Swords is. Like, you kind of, for those of you who haven't done the work yet, I think September will really be the month that you do that, and you kind of, one, get realigned with, you know, your voice and not the one that was hurt, you know, not this kind of, you know, egoic, like, oh my god, I feel bad, someone did me wrong, but, you know, we're moving beyond that voice and really reconnecting. But these cards really tell me that you're starting to change how you interact and how you perceive things. You know, Page of Swords, all about change of perception. The Four of Cups in reverse, upright, it has to do a lot with regret and, you know, feeling sad and that sense of lack. In reverse, again, it reverses the meaning. So now you can actually see the lesson in it. Now you can see the silver lining. Now you can see what, you know, maybe what truly was bad and you can leave behind, and what can serve you and can teach you something and benefit you moving forward, and carry that with you. So those two make a perfect balance together. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which again is just being open and flexible, not necessarily receptive, but I mean, you kind of have to be. You know, I always use, when I get this card and are trying to explain it, I always use like a water bottle. Like, if you tilt a water bottle to the left, the water doesn't complain. Be like, I don't want to go over there, I'm going to stay right here. Like, it just flows. The Two of Pentacles is all about that, just flowing. You know, if a door opens, go through it. Now, obviously, if a door opens and there's like a pit with swords in the bottom, then that's not the door you go through. I'm not saying go through any door, but if an opportunity opens and you don't have any red flags, you know, why not try it? Why not? And then, like I was saying, the progression moving forward, you started out with the Knight, or the Page, and now you have the Knight. This is a very fast-moving energy. In my opinion, it's probably the fastest out of all the court cards. So this is a card of taking action, being open to the possibilities, and then once something opens, take action. Do something, pursue it, chase it, follow it. Oh my god, like this reading, I don't know what's going to come out, because I think this is more past. Like, maybe this is past, this is kind of what we need to do. We're going to look a little bit, you know, on what could happen if you take this advice. But with the Oracle cards and what we've had so far, like, September seems like a month where you need to act. Something, whether it's a new opportunity or at least a, you know, door opening, you know, something is happening that I want to say maybe hasn't been, like, high priority. Got a whole chunk that, like, flipped over. I just want to flip them back. Maybe it's something that wasn't, like, super high priority, but it's something that has popped up before or has kind of existed in the back of your mind. Could have been a dream job, could have been like this ideal of the life you want to live. Okay, maybe Spirit wants me to talk about this card before we get there. So this is literally what I was talking about. So the Eight of Pentacles, I jokingly call it the Mind Your Business card, because that's really what it is. This card is about your dedication, your work ethic, honing your skills, working on your craft. Sometimes it could even be learning, so maybe you're working under a mentor and you're trying to understand something and gain deeper knowledge. But a lot of times this is mostly just practice. Like, this is just having to refine your skills and work on your craftsmanship and, you know, all of those kind of things. So that's why I call it the Mind Your Business card, because don't worry about what's happening in the workshop next door. Don't worry what's happening on the other table in front of you. You have your own list of chores to do, and that's what you need to focus on. And, you know, Virgo season is all about that dedication and due diligence. I feel like almost every video has had me use the phrase due diligence. Okay, I think I had like 20 cards just fly out onto the floor. Hold on. That was an exaggeration, but still, felt like a lot. Do I want to take these? Do I want to take... No, I'm questioning it too much. If you want to be in the reading, you can show up again. Alright, but yes, so due diligence. Literally, I feel like that this month is just about all these things you asked for, you wanted to happen, but you're going to eventually have to do something about it. You can't expect the dream just to make itself known. Oh, this was one of the cards that fell out. Look at that. So Three of Cups, celebration, rejoicing. So to me, this could mean that you have maybe a friend or a partner that's coming in to help you and support you. This could just be celebration because you finally, work hard enough that you get to a point where you can just enjoy being in that space, or being, if it's a job, being in that position, being in this relationship. Look, Ace of Swords, truth, clarity. This can totally be a new perception. This could be a new way you see yourself, you see the world, but it's honest, it's genuine. And having it come under the Two of Pentacles, to me, almost makes it more profound, because this is why you need to be open. I almost wonder if some of you have been living someone else's truth, and now we need to open up and kind of get back into balance so you can live your own truth. Nope, there we go. Hold on to that for a second. What do we get? Oh. One of these days I'll remember to silence my phone when I record. Look at that. Page of Pentacles, the last card out. So this is totally in alignment with the Starfish spirit. Page of Pentacles is the same thing. It's infinite possibility. I call it my dirt card. There could be a seed planted in there. You look down, all you see is a little pile of dirt. You're like, oh, that's nothing. Little do you know that seed is going to grow into a strawberry bush, a hibiscus bush, a redwood, just huge giant tree. You never know. You never know. And that's the same thing. Expect, infinite possibilities. Expect, the biggest of the best possible outcome you could want. And then go after it. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like if you expect something to be, less than or disappointing, you're not going to do anything about it. Like, why would I put in effort to get to something that's like meh? You know what I mean? But again, if you expect better, if you expect not even better, the biggest, like expect a great outcome, that will help to motivate you. And again, this month is all about getting you to act. Do something, change something, redirect something, whatever that is for you. Okay, let's see if we can get an outcome card. Well, not if, we will. Something will jump. Oh, there it is. Oh, I love this so much. Look at that. Outcome card, King of Pentacles. Yes. Started off with the page. Ultimately, this is what we're getting to. King of Pentacles, well manifested, grounded, secure. This man has a lot of money in the bank, let me tell you. So this could be a work thing. But again, Taurus, you're an earth sign. These are earth energies. So you start at the bottom, working your way all the way to the top. So remember, this is what's waiting for you. This position of power and stability and abundance. This is what awaits you if you leave the pasture. This is almost like, if I can make like a old-timey medieval reference, like this is like the lowly farmer becoming the king of the castle. You know what I mean? All you have to do is get out and try. That's all it is. It's just get out and try. Just do. Trust the guidance that it's moving you in the right direction. But the biggest thing is that this month is about action. Now's the time to do. So stay open to the possibilities when one presents itself that, oh my God, this is it. Even if you're afraid, even if you're like, oh, no. Act. At the very least, you're going to learn something about, the field or even yourself. Act. That is a big, big thing for you, Taurus. All right, my friends, I'm going to wrap up your reading here. As always, wishing you the best. Again, I'm so sorry I didn't make any videos for August. I miss you guys. I hope you missed me. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Let me know how everything is going for you, how this resonated with you, how you liked this new format. If there's something that I can add or adjust a little bit, let me know. Just kind of how you're feeling and thoughts about it. As always, hit me up down below in the comment section. You can also DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. If you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the description box. Take care, Taurus, and I will see you in your next video. Bye.